Is this Mike in Ann Arbor here on the Rich Eisen Show?
That is where I am. That is exactly where I am at this very moment.
I love it.
Sir, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you? NBC Sports, Mike Tirico. It's crazy to say those words, Mike.
After 25 years, there was kind of a ring to the other one, but
of course,
with you and with Dan Patrick, there is life and another chapter to be written after ESPN. Wouldn't trade any of those times, friendships like yours and Dan and everybody else.
Of course.
Good stuff. Really good stuff. How you doing?
I'm doing great. It did take me, by the way, 4 or 5 years into my NFL Network gig, I went on NFL Total Access and said, welcome back to SportsCenter. It took a long time.
Dan told me, and he never paid up. He dared me. He tried to put it in my head the first weekend I did the Open Championship golf over in Scotland.
Yeah.
He said, are you going to say ESPN on the air at any point? I said, no, I'm not. I wasn't even thinking it until you brought it up. So I've so far the concern would have been doing the 2 preseason games, whether saying Monday night or looking over and calling Collinsworth John.
That's great.
I got through both without a problem, so far so good.
That's why you're a Rolls-Royce broadcaster, Mike Tirico. It's good to chat with you. What did you take out of the college football weekend? Just anything? You take anything out of this weekend?
Yeah, you take some. Let's go 3 ways with this. The first is, I agree with John Harbaugh. Maybe preseason in the NFL has become unnecessary. If colleges can play at the level we saw, not the best level of football, but obviously very competitive games, without preseason games, could the NFL do the same? You're talking revenue, but there's so much revenue made through TV. It could be the avenue to add 2 games, expand the rosters, play 18 games, a lot of things you could do. But I think you saw the excitement level was right there and some high-quality football played by kids. The second chapter would be the freshman quarterbacks we saw all around the country. Bouchel down in Texas, Hurts at Alabama, last night with Francois for Florida State. So we saw good young quarterbacks come in. And, Rich, I think that's part of the trend in the game. Spread and throw, 7-on-7s in Texas and Florida and California, these Elite 11 camps and all these things. Kids are throwing and catching more than ever, and they come to college, some of them, ready to jump right in. So that's pretty cool. And the big guys look pretty good. There were some that lost, but Alabama looked great. Ohio State played well against, obviously, a lesser opponent than Alabama faced. Your school looked good. I got to go to the game Saturday and watch them. Michigan looked terrific. There was no drop-off, even though the score was lopsided and the third stringers were in late in the game. Mm-hmm. So you have a good team to come address. Just don't screw them up on Friday.
Tell me about it.
Saturday.
Tell me about it, Mike. Tell me about it.
What are you going to lean on? What they win, 63-3? I forgot. We went to tailgate in the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
63.
Yeah.
What are you going to tell them at this point?
Well, 61's better, right? I mean. Now go out there and do it like you couldn't do it for Michael Jordan. I mean, what else? What am I going to say?
So let me get this right. So Jordan and Jeter here in Ann Arbor for Michigan, your alma mater. Mm-hmm. Brady is coming, correct?
Yes. Hank Aaron after him. Yeah.
Hank Aaron after Brady.
Yeah.
And you.
No, don't say it like that.
No. I'm just trying to write these down. I got a little note card here. I'm preparing for the Notre Dame game Saturday, so I have note cards all over the office here. Mm-hmm. So I'm just writing M. Jordan, H. Aaron, T. Brady, D. Jeter, R. Eisen. Is that the order?
No, it goes. Well, I mean, maybe in terms of athletic accomplishments. I mean, I did have a best 40-yard dash of my career this past year, Mike, but.
You see, it's all the training you've put in. All those good dinners that you have there in Southern California. You've found a way to trim some 40 time.
I'm the fine wine. We've had dinner. You've seen. I sometimes turn down the dessert. You've seen that.
I've seen that show. Seriously, that is awesome. There is nothing like, and that's what's cool about college football. And then we say college football's great. It is, and then you watch Sundays and you go, man, it's another notch up, just in quality and the quality of the players and all that stuff. But the unique part of Saturdays or Thursdays, whenever the games are played, is you just love your school. And you have a feeling for your school that you can't match. Friday is the one chance I get to see my alma mater in person. So with my wife and the kids, we went up to watch Syracuse play, and they started a new era with a new coach, Dino Babers, who came from Baylor.
Right.
And then to Bowling Green, and they're throwing the ball and snapping it after 7 seconds. I go, okay, this isn't what I grew up with, but it's really cool.
That's right. It's the 21st century.
Exactly, but it's your school, which is the best part. And that connection makes it so special. That's why it's cool to have all football back, but especially college.
It is. Mike Tirico joining me here on the Rich Eisen Show. But you said it perfectly. John Harbaugh's right. I mean, if now obviously some of the defenses took need a lot more bolt tightening, if you will, some of these college teams over the weekend. And, I had David Shaw on the show last week and asked him, like, would you like to have preseason games? He said yes, but he's allowed to go through 2-a-days and have the kids kind of hit each other in a way that the Players Association does not allow in the NFL. But you're right, though. I mean, if there's 18-year-olds that come out of the box like we saw in Texas and in Tallahassee over the weekend, why can't Brock Osweiler do it without a single preseason game for Houston?
Now, it's pie in the sky. I don't think it'll happen, but I do think we should go to 18 regular season games, add another playoff team, so there's only one bye. So this way, if somebody gets a 4-game lead in their division, then you'd have something still to play for because there's only one bye, and then you'd add more content, more revenue all the way through, and expand the rosters so you can dress 53 for a game and use 60 on your full roster. 53 of them are up, so you can take care of injuries later in the season, guys who maybe can lessen their wear and tear with special teams reps for the younger guys, and add a bye week. If we can add a bye week and then push the season back so the Super Bowl Sunday happens on President's Day weekend, I think those 4 things could make a really good situation even better. And there are obvious hurdles that people are going to come up with it. I understand they're out there, but I just think that would be a better mosaic right now than what we have with 4 and 16 and all these the rest of the stuff that we know.
How do you think that idea would go down with Adam Silver and Mark Cuban having the Super Bowl on NBA All-Star Weekend? How do you think that would roll with the NBA?
Have the All-Star game on Saturday. Do the Friday night on Friday night. Move the All-Star game the week ahead. That's fine. What's the big deal? You move that and the Daytona 500 up a week or back a week. Do whatever you want. Look, if the Super Bowl moves, things will move around it, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Right? No, I just don't
tug on Superman's cape.
I know. I just don't know about the extra playoff team. I'm kind of with you on that whole front, but the extra playoff. I mean, in some years, it would be interesting to have that extra playoff team. But like last year in the NFC, now you suddenly have a 7-9 team playing for the right to make the playoffs as a wild card. I just don't like that one, Mike.
Yeah, I know. I understand. Look, again, you're going to be in an 18-game. I'm saying in an 18-game schedule if you added the 2 games. So there's a lot. There's a lot out there. I do think in the smaller picture, 2 preseason games is just fine. And then these scrimmages that teams have against each other, do a scrimmage against somebody you're not going to play against during the year, and you can evaluate, you know what, you could play a game where you play just your first and second year guys. You could do that. Or like the silliness, like teams having to sneak guys and hope they don't get picked up through waivers because they have a quarterback they'd like to develop. We should make special rules for quarterbacks on your roster. Keep a guy. Your school, Michigan, put out Jake Rudock, who went to Iowa before that. The Lions draft him in the 6th round. The Lions shouldn't have to waive him, hope he can get through to get back on the practice squad. Keep him and let him develop for a couple of years. And then after that, let him go out to the free market. But we need quarterbacks in the league more than ever. So I think there are some small tweaks we could use to make the game even better, given where it's going right now and given the product that colleges are turning in.
Mike Tirico, 10 years on Monday Night Football on ESPN, now of NBC Sports, joining me here on the Rich Eisen Show. Who won? Because this is a sports talk radio question. So,
sure.
All right. Who won the Vikings-Eagles trade in your mind?
Who won?
Who won? Yeah. Who took it?
Well, here's who won. ESPN and NFL Network won. You know why?
Why is that?
Because the Eagles will be on the clock in the first round of the draft in Philadelphia.
That's right, as opposed to not.
So all of a sudden, you guys will have great TV, right?
Yeah.
So
we've got that.
That's the one sure winner we have. I hear people who are saying, I'm surprised Minnesota spent that much because maybe they're not that close to the Super Bowl. Minnesota looked pretty good last year. Do we forget? I heard somebody on TV this morning say that the Vikings were not a team that they thought would be in the Super Bowl mix. Lest we forget that if not for the field goal at the end of the game, they beat Seattle.
Yeah, they're going to Carolina. They're going to Carolina.
That's exactly right. So they're not that far away. And Adrian Peterson is not getting younger. He's still in great shape. We see that. But invest now if you feel like you've got it. And Mike Zimmer's defense, I'll take Mike Zimmer's defense against anybody. He does a great job and has really good people on that side of the ball. I'll invest in them. So why not say, let's get somebody else in here so we have Sean Hill and Bradford, two guys who can win us 20 to 13 games. We're not expected to win 35, 38-point shootouts, but we have guys who can win games for us. Bradford is more experienced than Bridgewater. I know Bridgewater had upside. Maybe we've seen the top of Bradford, but I think it's a good trade. I think it's a smart trade. Is it at the end of the day going to be the difference in getting to the Super Bowl? Probably not, but I think the moves were good. I'm all for it, and I applaud Rick Spielman and the Wolves in ownership for going for it.
So next time I see you is in Arizona, Sunday? You'll be there?
I will be there. I'm doing Notre Dame and Nevada. I get to do 3 Notre Dame games while Dan Hicks is doing the end of the PGA Tour season on NBC. So 3 Notre Dame games. First time I ever get to go to South Bend and call a game, which I'm
no
jacked
kidding.
Up for.
Are you serious? Never
25 years. 25 years at ESPN. This is NBC's 26th doing Notre Dame football. So it was a closed house for us in terms of football.
Well, I guess right. Okay, even in there, sure.
My new family, the door's open. So I'm excited to go there and then head to Arizona for Sunday night.
For Sunday night, and then I'll see you on Thursday nights on NFL Network, but on Saturday nights. And I'm not. It's crazy.
But that's true. So I'm doing a game that's on NFL Network on Saturday in December, Jets Miami. And will you be on the pregame of that?
I could be. I would. Yes, I bet you I will be. See, it'll be great.
Actually work together again.
Yeah, it'll be great. I'll be in Los Angeles. You'll be somewhere. It'll be Saturday night, but we'll call it Thursday Night Football. That's the way TV works, Mike.
Phenomenal.
That's the way it works.
Just don't screw up your alma mater this week. Hey,
oh my God!
Can you get the family around? Can you get your family around and just do a little warm up, little pregame chat with them? Assemble the kids and your wife Susie.
Yes.
See if you can just a quick run through, just so you don't screw it up, because they will tell you, that group, your kids, your bride, they will tell you if it's not good enough.
Yeah, but I can't have in the middle of my speech to Michigan, sit still for a change. You know what I mean? Like, I can't say that to them. You know,
you can, because Harbaugh will probably be up walking around anyway. You can't sit still, so it may be good practice for you.
Mike, I love you. Thanks for calling in. We'll chat soon.
Have fun. Sorry I'm not going to be here when you're here, but have a great time.
You bet. You bet. That's Mike Tirico.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.